Hello, this video goes over lesson 10.5, day 1, on the volume of prisms. The essential question that we'll answer is, how do you find the volume of prisms? We'll look at how to calculate the volume of cylinders in the 10.5, day 2 video. Before we get to the formula, let's talk about volume. The volume of a 3D figure is the number of non-overlapping unit cubes that will exactly fill the interior. So if we were to fill up this triangular prism in the picture, it would be how many non-overlapping cubes would fill that figure. And the unit cubes, it might be feet, might be inches, but it will always be a unit cubed. So volume is a cubic unit, and it's the number of units that exactly fill that interior. To calculate the volume of a prism, we use the formula volume equals the area of the base times the height. So capital B stands for area of the base. You'll want to make sure that you use the appropriate area formula from Unit 9, or in your note packet, it's at the bottom of the 10.5 day 1. So you'll see like the area formula for a rectangle is area equals base times height. And the area formula for a triangle is area equals base times height divided by 2. And the area for a regular polygon is area equals the apothem times the perimeter divided by 2. So you'll find that at the end of your 10.5 day 1 notes. Then we just take that area of the base that we calculate using one of these 3 formulas, and we multiply that by the height of the prism. Remember that the height of the prism is the distance between the 2 bases. It's not always how tall it is from its top to its bottom. In the case of this picture right here, the height is how tall it is because my bases are the triangle on top and the triangle on the bottom. But you will see some prisms where they're laying on their sides. For example, this prism right here is a triangular prism. And in this triangular prism, the height would be the distance this direction from the front to the back. So the height is always the distance between the 2 bases. Let's go ahead and try an example. We're going to calculate the volume of the prism, and the first thing we need to do is identify the base. You can see in this polygon, the base is a pentagon, and it's a regular pentagon. All the sides are marked congruent, and all the angles are marked congruent. So for the area of the base, since we have a pentagon and all the sides and angles are the same, we're going to use the formula for a regular polygon. So you go back to your 10.5 day 1 notes or your Unit 9 yellow note sheet, and you find the formula to calculate the area of a regular polygon, and that is area equals apothem times perimeter divided by 2. You'll always be provided with the apothem. That's the distance from the center of the regular polygon to the side, and you can see here that the apothem is 5.5. For the perimeter, you'll have to calculate that by taking the number of sides. So that's 5 sides in this figure, multiplied by the side length of 8. And when we take 5 times 8, we get 40. So now I have the 2 numbers that I need to stick into my formula. Area equals 5.5, the apothem, multiplied by 40, and then divide by 2. And you can take your calculator and do 5.5 times 40. It'll give you 220 after you hit enter, and then divide it by 2, and you'll end up with 110 kilometers squared. It's the area of the base, so my unit is squared. Now let's look at the height of the prism. The height of the prism is the distance between the polygon bases. So you can see in the picture here, there's a pentagon on the top, there's a pentagon on the bottom. So the height here is that 5 kilometers. And now that we have both those values, we're ready to calculate the volume. The volume of a prism is equal to the area of the base times the height. The area of the base we calculated was 110. The height is 5. Just multiply those numbers together, 110 times 5, and you will get 550. Volume is a cubic unit, so it'll be 550 cubic kilometers. Let's try another example. Notice that for part B, we have a rectangular prism. Technically, for a rectangular prism, you could have any of the sides, any of the rectangles be your base. Whenever I have a rectangular prism, I usually just make the base be the rectangle on the bottom. And I'm going to just sketch that out over here. So you can see the rectangle on the bottom is 13 centimeters by 3 centimeters. And the area for a rectangle, if you go back to your formulas from Unit 9 or in the 10.5 Day 1 notes, you'll see the area of a rectangle is just base times height. Here, the base and height are 13 times 3. So 13 times 3 is 39. So the capital B, the area of my base, is 39 centimeters squared. Now let's find the height. In a prism, the height is the distance between the bases. If I let the base be the bottom, the other base then would be the top, and my height of my prism is the distance between the bases. So that's this 5 centimeters. And now we can go ahead and find the volume by taking the area of the base from step 1 and multiplying it by the height from step 2. So that's 39 times 5, and that's 195. So my volume is 195 cubic centimeters. Now, when you have a rectangular prism, there's another way that you can find the volume, but this only works if it's a rectangular prism. You may have seen this formula in some of your earlier classes. In a rectangular prism, we can calculate the volume by taking the length times the width times the height. So in the problem that we just did here, if we took the length, width, and height, just the 3 numbers from here, we could take 13 times 3 times 5, and we would also get 195 cubic centimeters all in one calculation. This only works, though, if it's a rectangular prism. If it's any other type of prism, like a triangular prism or a hexagonal prism, then you have to make sure that you use the regular formula for the area of the base times the height. This is optional. You can see that I got the same answer here by using the regular volume formula. This is just a shortcut if you would like to use it. For our final example here, the try now, you can see that we have a triangular prism. To calculate the area of the base, we need to look at the triangle. And be really careful here. We know our triangle area formula is base times height divided by 2, but I really need to make sure that I look just at the triangle base and not at the 3-dimensional figure. I'm outlining the triangle base here with my green pen, and I'm going to sketch it over here. So you can see that this is 10, and then this dotted line is 5.3. Now, technically, too, I could get these sides from the top. The triangles are congruent, so this is a 6, and this is a 9. Well, for the base and the height of a triangle, you need to make sure that you choose the base and height that are perpendicular to each other. So I want to find that 90 line. That's going to be my height, and the base is what it's perpendicular with, so 10. Now, the area of the triangle is just 10 times 5.3 divided by 2. That's 53 divided by 2, so 26.5 meters squared. Now, the height of our prism is the distance between the 2 triangular bases, so you can see that's 6 meters. And with that, we can calculate the volume. The volume of my prism is the area of the base, 26.5, multiplied by the height of our prism, 6, and then 26.5 times 6 is 159. So that makes our volume 159 cubic meters. And this concludes lesson 10.5 day 1. Thanks for watching, and good luck as you try some problems on your own. In the next video for day 2, we'll look at how to find the volume of a cylinder.